What is going on, everybody? My name is Brian and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to build a table saw station and outfeed table for my Hercules job site table saw. Now, I've been using this table saw for a while now, and I do have a review coming up of that table saw. So definitely, if you're interested and want to know my thoughts on that table saw, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now, this table isn't going to be anything crazy or extravagant in any way. I just built this miter saw station that you see behind me, and I went all out on that. Now, unfortunately, I didn't do a video of that because it was a big project, a lot of work, and a lot of money as well. But if you're interested in that, I probably will do a video talking about it, showing what I did, and maybe try to come up with something extra to try to maybe help somebody that's looking to build themselves a miter saw station. This thing has everything. I definitely went all out on it. Now, this particular table saw station is just going to be plain Jane. Now, I have toyed with the thought of maybe making a router table on this as well, but I may just make a router table extra, something separate, and not attach it to this, because I kind of want to use this to work on a little bit and as a table saw station as well, because if you're trying to rip plywood, it's hard to rip plywood just using a job site table saw. So I definitely need some extra room, some more stability, because I've put myself in some dangerous situations. So hopefully, if you're looking for something, some sort of idea to do with your job site table saw, this will help you. This is going to be relatively inexpensive as well. I'll go through the lumber list that I'm going to be using. I have a 3/4 inch sheet of melamine. That cost about $28 in my area. And I also am going to need one 8-foot 4x4 and also 6 2x4s is what I got figured out. Now, I happen to have a sheet of 1/2 inch blonde wood plywood laying around, and I'm going to use that for the bottom. So if you're building this, you would probably need to put something on the bottom if you wanted to have some sort of storage area underneath as well. I don't know if I want to try to make any cabinets or anything under there. I may just leave it wide open for some storage area. So the dimensions of this are going to be 6 foot long by 4 foot wide. So it's going to be pretty simple as far as the dimensions go. All in all, this project probably going to cost me about $50 to $60, not counting a lot of the hardware that I already have. I'm just going to simply use some 2.5 inch deck screws and some 1 1/4 screws where the plywood goes in. Now, I'll probably use some sort of pocket hole joinery on some of it, but for the 4x4 posts and the runners, I'm going to cut a notch out of the 4x4s. We're going to put the 2x4s directly onto the 4x4s. It's going to have a whole lot of support. So I've already got my cut list mapped out on my board back here that you see. I got it kind of roughly figured out to what I want this to look like, and I'm just kind of shooting from the hip. It's really hot, so we're going to turn the fan back on and get to work. I hope you guys enjoy this video.
Between the bars.
there. There's still quite a bit I want to do to this, but I've already spent enough time on this, so I need to get on to a million other things, but it's functional right now. Now we can talk a little bit about what I did. As you've seen, I used 3/4 inch melamine for the top. Now a lot of this I used just with some scrap I had laying around, and that also dictated what I could do with a lot of this. If I would have had all new wood, then I may have done it differently, but I wanted to use up some of the scrap around here. I done already paid for it, so I didn't feel the need to have to go out and buy new lumber for a lot of the stuff. I'll just use the scrap, get it out of the way, and also I'll get a lot of more use out of my money that I've already spent. Now I put some T-track in the top. Eventually I'll have another one here and another one here, so that way I have like a complete cross section of T-track to be able to work on this surface. Now I'm gonna have to add some more support across the center. I was hoping this will be enough, but I think with the cutouts that I put on this for the T-track and everything, I'm gonna add some more support across the top because I'm gonna try to work on this a little bit as well as use it for an outfeed table. Now as you see here, I put a little door here. That's where all the dust is gonna go from this. If I wanna hook up a shop vac from the outside, I could just simply open the door, plug it up, hook it up, and then if I don't feel like hooking something up, if I'm making a cut, then I could just close this. All the dust will stay down there. I can clean it up later. Or I could also fit a small shop vac down there and just leave it as a dedicated shop vac, which may be what I'll do in the end. I tried to box this in up here the best I could, but it's kind of complicated to be able to box it in completely and to be able to have room to use your fences, to be able to use all of your T-track slots on your table saw, to be able to extend and pull in your work surface. You gotta leave enough room up here to be able to do all that, so I could only box it in so much, but I'll probably catch 85–90% of the dust, which is a lot better than it was before. Now if I have a shop vac hooked up, then I'm gonna catch probably 99.9% of the dust, which is a good thing because this shop is full of dust. And also the main thing was when I'm ripping full sheets of plywood, it is extremely dangerous if you don't have a good surface to be able to push that plywood through. And I'll be ripping it, pull to the other, jump to the other side while it's still running, hold my hand on it, pulling it. It's just extremely dangerous. I would never recommend anybody do that, and I shouldn't have been doing it myself, but you got to do what you got to do. Now that I have this, I'll be able to rip full sheets of plywood without any problem. So this is going to make my life a whole lot easier. But let me know what you guys think. I'll probably eventually add some drawers down here, and I also want to use it. You see I have some scrap wood down there. I want to use it to keep some of my scrap wood, to keep some of it off the floor, and to get some of it away from back there. So I'll probably have some drawers, maybe a cabinet, and a spot for my scrap wood. And also I'm probably going to go ahead and paint this. I don't know what color I want to paint it. I was going to just go ahead and paint it, but like I said, I spent way too much time on it, so I need to get on to something else. But I appreciate y'all watching. If you have any questions or anything, I tried to be thorough, but I also don't want to make this an hour-long video. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll try to answer them. If you have any comments, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Till next time, stay real.